There we go. Thanks.
Hello, and welcome to Be Here Now, the Peaceful Empowerment Work Show, where presence provides perspective and allows peace. We are here this week on location in an undisclosed location in Pennsylvania with our special guest, Amy Pituch. She is a Bio-Well Expert Level Practitioner, and we're going to dive into that as quickly as possible because Janice and I are just enthralled with all the information and wisdom she has to share. So thank you for being here now with us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm excited for today.
We are very grateful. I am your co-host, Judy Porter, and I am here with my co-host in peace, Miss
Janice Leonard.
Woohoo! All right. So before we get started, if you like our content, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Awesome. I missed the whole call thing, Silvio. We are live on WGSN-DB. There we go. NewStreamingNetwork.com, home of GoingBoldMedia.com, GoingSoloMedia.com, and WGSN-DB Going Solo Network Radio. Sorry, I forgot that earlier. All right. As you can tell, I am in need of Janice. Ringing us in, please.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Okay, let's see the meme of the week. We'll get right to it. There we go. And the meme of the week is, all right, if you're feeling sudden calm, it's because I took your voodoo doll out for a picnic on the grassy hill. You're welcome. I used to, when I was teaching, I would tease my kids about voodoo dolls. And that's even before I got into all this. I'll be like, I got a voodoo doll of you at home.
That's funny.
Oh, and like we said, we're going to roll through this real quick because we want to get to Amy. So we're moving on to the good news from Janice's desk.
Well, I got a video you're going to be seeing, and you've got to see the video. I don't even want to tell you about it ahead of time.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead. Get it started.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Desiree's dad, Daryl. My name is Catherine. I'm good. How are you? Thank you. I'm very happy to meet you too. The heart is strong, and she is kicking hard in there. And so it's doing what it needs to do. And I did a 5K yesterday, something I've never been able to do in my life.
Never.
Yeah, I have a job. I'm back in school. It's things that nothing would have been able to happen without that gift. I'm always living for myself, but now I'm also living someone else's life out.
God been there for us after the I'm so glad you came to us.
Thank you.
I get goosebumps, and I've seen this now several times. You know the donor card. Do you have your donor card? Did you check off organ donor on your license? That's what we do in Vermont. You can check it off. The gift of life, and the impact that can have. It's amazing, and to let a little part of your loved one live on. That's nice. I love that.
Yes. Yeah. For Janice and I always forget that this goes out in podcast form too. So the video was about a woman who received a heart from obviously a donor, and she was meeting with the donor's family and able to share gratitude and talk about what a difference the new heart has made in her life, and how she not only lives for herself, but she lives for their loved one as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, very sweet. Very, very sweet. Okay, we're going to roll right into Pathways to Peace. We did that real good, Janice. We're under 5 minutes.
I know.
Woo, we did great. All right. Pathways to peace. Here we come. Oh, fantastic. I am sitting here with Amy Pituch. She is a dynamic professional with expertise in Bio-Well technology. Amy explores the fascinating realm of electrophotonic imaging and imaging to decode energy patterns in both humans and their environment. Beyond her impactful work in education and personal empowerment, Amy too is a teacher as well. Amy channels her passion into ancient healing practices as a certified sound therapist, energy worker, and Usui Reiki master. And we are so excited to have you here. And she was running through her Bio-Well information prior to, and Janice and I were like, holy moly, there's so much to share.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here today, and I'm just so excited, and all the stuff that the Bio-Well has to offer, and just like learning about how our energetic bodies work and how we can improve our well-being and our health and everything. So excited to share today. So
excellent. So first question is,
yes.
How did you find Bio-Well?
Bio-Well found me.
Ooh.
So how the universe works in such funny ways, because how it started was, I guess a couple of years ago, it was Reiki found me, and it was just everywhere. And I didn't even know what Reiki was. I never even received a treatment or anything. And so
I always call it my gateway drug.
Yeah, so I got it and I received a treatment, and it was beautiful and it was wonderful. And it kind of started this chain reaction. And I went down, and I am now a Usui Reiki master, and it's been a blessing being able to serve others using energy, and also like teaching and tuning others as well. And then, and then I remember that one February, all of a sudden, like sound healing appeared, and like it was like everywhere I looked was like crystal bowls and like Himalayan bowls and gongs, and I like. My background is like I'm an athlete. Like I grew up playing sports, and music was not my forte, and I know that, and I applaud everybody, who is very musical, and that's just not one of my strong points. So when the universe started guiding me to this route, I was like, okay, I was like, let's go with the flow. Let's do this. And so I was guided to Amora, and I did sound immersion down in Westminster, Maryland. And it was an incredible experience. I learned so much. And now I do sound baths, and I do individual sessions. And it's been such a blessing in my life to be able to service people through using sounds and frequencies, vibrations.
She's amazing. Her sound baths are magical. It's insane.
Yes, Judy came to my last one. That was so fun to have you there.
It was fantastic. The floating ones. Oh, I was talking to her husband before the show, and it's like you can't even find the words to describe effectively how peaceful that experience was.
Yeah. Well, it's so beautiful because I play the instruments, and I set the intention for the highest good of everyone there, and it's just everything else just works as it should, and people just experience this themselves and this inner calmness, and it's just a beautiful thing. Yeah,
definitely.
Yes. And then kind of how it led me to the Bio-Well. So I had just been listening to my intuition and just where it's been guiding me. And then December, it was just like the same thing happened. All of a sudden, this Bio-Well, I didn't even know you could do imaging. Well, I did, but I didn't, of your energetic body. And I've never had it done to me or anything. So it first appeared on the internet, and I was like, huh. And then all of a sudden it was just like everywhere I looked, it was like the imaging, and I was seeing the chakras and the meridians, and I was seeing all the imaging, and I was like, what is this? And so I got curious. So I, delved into it, and I looked at it, and it was just, the universe just had signs everywhere. Mm-hmm. And then to the point where it was a couple of weeks, I was like, what am I going to do? And I'm an elementary teacher, and I love teaching. I love being with kids every day. It's definitely a passion of mine, but I was like, okay. And so the universe was just like, you know what, this is like in your highest good. I said, okay. So I delve into it without ever having it done to myself. Okay. And I went and I got the training and purchased the device, and I worked with a wonderful community in Gaia Healers. The scientist I worked with was Nima. He was fantastic. I had such a great experience with him. And then in April, I flew down to Florida the universe guided me to do that, to do my expert level, where I got training from Dr. Karakov, who actually invented the Bio-Well, who did all this research with this imaging that we'll talk more about. And I get to spend there and met so many wonderful people all over the U.S. that do this as well and provide these services. And it's been amazing since then. So the universe just keeps guiding me to help service others in this way, bring awareness.
All right.
And
That's great.
Yes, and I would like to point out that she kept saying yes to the universe. That's important. That's important. When the messages and the signs keep coming, that the universe is urging you to say yes. So well done.
Thank you. You know, it's scary. Sometimes it's scary at times, especially like, you know, I have family and kids and everything. But, you know, when it's in the highest good for all of us, you know, you got to listen.
Yes, because when it's in the highest good for you, it's for everyone around us in the collective. So. Outstanding. What is it? What is Bio-Well?
So this lovely machine right here is the Bio-Well. You can see right there. How it works is if I open up this device right here, and I'll try to bring it up to you so you can see. There's actually a piece of glass. You might see it reflecting a little bit here. And on that glass, there is a metal plate underneath, and it uses a technology called the Kirlian effect or Kirlian technology. So that how it goes back to just a little bit of history for you. So, and it goes back to Tesla in 1880. He actually ran electricity through, and they did this worldwide experiment where he ran electricity through it. And then they saw that the body actually emitted a glow, if you would say, from doing that. So that was back from Tesla. Fast forward to like 1934, Kirlian and his wife were working in the hospital in Russia, and by accident, they had electrical current go through it and saw a glow from their finger, and they actually captured it. And so that's why it's named the Kirlian effect, or, you know, the Kirlian photography from him finding it. So him and his wife, that's kind of where it first started. And then in 1995, Dr. Karakov, who I studied under, took that technology and then advanced it even more into the Bio-Well, where there's a software that goes with it as well, that we can do our imaging of. He connected it to the imaging of our energetic bodies through our fingertips. So how it works is everything, all our systems, all our organs and everything is related through acupuncture points, which can be found through our fingertips. So we do our fingertips because it's easiest access to our bodies, very clean, and it's just, it has the most blood flow, blood vessels there, and also sweat glands. So it gives us tons and tons of information. So that's kind of how it works. Yes.
So with that explanation, would you like to talk about that?
Yes.
That graphic?
Yes. So this beautiful graphic right here is actually kind of showing you what's really happening. So when you put your finger in here, like you would put your finger in here and you would touch the glass plate, or underneath that glass plate is a metal, underneath the glass is a metal plate. And kind of showing you right here. So you can see right here, this is actually a photograph that was done from one of the people that train us from Austria. She actually, this is her finger that they took. So what happens and how the technology works is an electrical pulse goes into your finger, and you can't feel it. It's painless, and it's like 1/10 of a second, and you don't even notice it or feel it at all. And then what happens is our bodies, our energetic bodies respond, and then photons, or electrons, are emitted from that, and it gives this gas discharge right here. Okay, this is our gas discharge visualization. And then this is what is actually coming from the body. So this was a real photograph taken of that. And when we scan, we can do it for all 10 of our fingers, and I'll show you the images of what it looks like when the all 10 images are done. So that's kind of what the gas looks like when it's being emitted.
That's fantastic. Wow. Okay, wow. So why don't we roll into, now Amy, when she was beginning this, she asked me to be a guinea pig, and I said absolutely. So back in, what was it, March? Back in March, yes. When I attended one of her sound meditations, we scanned me before, and then we scanned me after. So if you want to pull those scans up, you can talk them through that.
Absolutely. Go ahead and pull this up.
Yeah, we were very interested to see the effects of the sound bath.
So,
and what kind of changes that may have occurred.
so I'm going to do you want to do after the sound bath and today? Or do you want
No, we'll do that when we get back from commercial.
Oh, we'll do, okay, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
Let me clear all the back. Okay, let me do,
I mean, and all of the graphics are very pretty. I don't know if you can pick it up or not.
okay.
It looks just like you, Judy, when you were your
Doesn't it
dresses.
though? Very flattering.
So let me share right here. So this is a before and after of after the sound bath that we did right here. So these are before and these are the after. So you can kind of see what her bio field, her energetic field outside looks like right there. And what we can go through. It almost would be, so you can see the joules. She went from 59 joules to 61 joules. Well, it might be easier to go through one, like a scan first, and then kind of compare them because we can go through. But I can quickly show.
And what are joules?
So, sorry, thank you.
That's okay.
So when we talk about our energy, we talk about, so like when we measure length, we use inches, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when we talk about energy, the unit that we use for measurement is joules. Okay. So when we do this, so when we go through like your energy field, and we're talking about your energy in different areas, we want them to be between 4 and 6 joules, and that is in that optimal healthy range. Yeah. And then do you want me to go through these right here from the before and after the sound bath, or do you want me just to go through one session, like one scan?
Go through one of the scans.
Let's do that, because we can get some more information from that.
Okay.
Here you go. So we'll do those. Do you want to do the one from after your sound bath?
Sure. Whichever
Let's
one
do
you
that
like.
one. Okay. So I'm just can share right here. So our energy flows from behind us, back around to the front of our bodies and down. So it's flowing through right here. So when I did this scan with her, I'm going to show you. These are her images of her fingers, okay, that we can see. You can see right there. So that was the picture of her finger, and then you can see right there is the energy, okay, that the photons that were being emitted. That's for each of her fingers. And each of these fingers in the different sections right there, broken in sections, are connected to different systems and different parts of your body that you can see right there. So this is where the information is going. So then what we can do is they take that information, and then I can start here, and I would start at the back of you, and I would look around, okay, your field and kind of see what's going on. We're looking for blockages. We're looking for stagnant energy, things that could be happening. And I want to really point out too that this is showing what's happening in our energetic bodies. So we have physical bodies, but we also have energetic bodies. So that's a really important thing to understand, is that this isn't an indication just because you see something in that physical area does not mean that you need to run and go see a doctor for that. You know, if there is a cause, that's something like a red alert, you know, I mean, we could have that conversation, but this is all talking within your energetic body. So you start right here, and we could look right here, and I would look right there, and I could see that in this area right here, there's a blockage right there. And with that blockage, it's causing some stagnant energy right here. Okay, so we could look at this and analyze this together, and that deals with your coronary vessels right there. And the blockage for you right here is your coccyx, okay, your pelvis.
Mm-hmm.
And that could also be from if you sit a lot, or if you were driving to wherever you're, before you get the scan done. It deals with that area right there if you're sitting down and holding that. So maybe scanning or different things that cause the energy to move through. Okay. And we would go through. Then if you go ahead and continue to go around, you can go through. And what's interesting, and it might be hard to see this, but there is some red in the inner part right here. And that means it's chronic. That means it's been happening over some time. And that's something that you really want to pay attention to, because if it's been happening for over a long period of time, it can then manifest itself in the physical body. So the main, I know you didn't ask this question, but one of the main reasons to get this energetic, like why should you get a scan? Why do you want to see your energetic body? Like, what's the whole purpose of it?
I was going to say, that was going to be the next question. Why do we do this?
Like, what's the whole purpose of it? And the reason it does is we want to get this done is it shows our energetic body. And they have discovered that things will show up in an energetic body 6 months to a year. And if it's not taken care of, it will manifest in the physical body. So it's a preventative, it's a wellness, or it's a way to live your life and to see things. So here in
this is true healthcare.
yes, that's what I was going to get into.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting because here in the U.S., we're very focused on treating the symptoms after they occur. And other parts of the world, they focus more on the energetic body and preventing it before it happens. So this all goes in alignment with that thinking of preventing it and being aware of what's going on and treating it so you don't have the symptoms later. You don't have the diseases. You don't have the physical, issues that your body might have. So that's the main benefit of it, is seeing what's going on so you can address it before it manifests within your physical body.
Yes.
So we can look right here. And just because something is here, so when we're talking about energy, so energy is in the quantum field, and things are always moving and changing. So this is, you'll see patterns over time, but it can change and fluctuate. That's the beauty with energy, is that it's not always going to be like this. But what I was going back to what I was saying, there's parts right here where it's red. That means that it's been happening over for a long period of time, and you do want to bring attention to this. That you might need to change your lifestyle. Maybe if you're sitting all the time, maybe you need to get a standing desk, or you might need to do something else to kind of help your posture or make awareness to that. Going through, just because I could spend all day looking at this, but going through this, so I can look right here and I can see areas that have really, really nice flow of energy. Like I can see up here, this has really, really nice, you want the spikes. The spikes are good.
Okay. Spikes are good.
Spikes are good. They're good. But the parts that kind of come in and touch the middle part are actually blockages. So we want spikes, but we don't want blockages. Because when you think about these blockages, so if I'm going back here where your coronary veins are, right here, and if you're curious, if you guys can't see, where we got the information, actually that's not your coronary, that's your pocket. But where we got that information from, it was her left forefinger, okay? So her left forefinger, and the bottom part right there is where we got that information for. So if you think her energy flowing like a river, okay? The blockages right here, they're like rocks in it, and it's building up a dam. So the dam right here is becoming stagnant energy. So we want to remove those rocks so the energy can flow. Because when the energy is flowing, then the body is able to work in its optimal way, the way that it's meant to and how it's intended to go through. So you can go through right here and you can see where it is. I also, just looking right here, I see some like spikes right here. At your respiratory system, right over here. So there's a flow right there and some chronic. So your respiratory deals with your, obviously your respiratory system, but also it is the second step in your filtration system. So when we talk about our filtration system, it goes through our thyroid first. So a lot of times you might see spikes right here in the thyroid. So if I look right here, there's little spikes right here, that's your thyroid. So it's detoxing and taking out all the bad stuff. So the filtration system's your thyroid first, and then it's your respiratory system second. So that means that it's detoxing. It's trying to get rid of any of the stuff that you're putting in your body, and it's not liking it. It's trying to get rid of it. That's what it's done.
Okay.
And then you can see it flow down from here. And then also, I look right here, and the third system for filtration is your genital system, which is down here. And that is also the third system for filtration to remove toxins. So those are three really big ones I see a lot in common with people, is the thyroid, the respiratory, and your genital. It's your body trying to get rid of all the toxins that we get through our food, our environment. There's so many different ways, like lotions you put on you.
Yes.
Shampoo. Yeah, shampoo. I was going to say that. So there's different ways right there. So that's just kind of like a little overview of your energy field. And
And this was back in March.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, this is the perfect place for us to take a little break. We're going to break for a commercial, and we'll be right back. And we're back with Be Here Now, the Peaceful Empowerment Work Show. We are here with Amy Pituch, Bio-Well Expert Level Practitioner, and she's been giving us the ins and outs of what these beautiful colors look like.
Thanks, Judy.
Now, we are going to say again, this is not a substitute for medical care or medical analysis. This is about your energy systems and how they're open and flowing and what's blocked. And when we talk about what's blocked in the energy field, what is it causing the body? Is it emotions? What is it?
Oh, it
What
can
can
be.
cause a block?
It can be a lot of different things. It can be emotions is a big one. Okay, what's going on with that? Emotions. It could also just be like trauma that you've experienced, and so for example, like I know, like I had two concussions, and I was in a car accident one time, and I had a lot of neck issues. So if you look at my scan, I have tons of blockages right there, and it's from actually physical trauma that I experienced. People from their jobs, from stress, what you're putting in your body, your lifestyle is a big one too.
Okay.
Also medications that you take that can affect it as well. There's so many different things that affect our energetic bodies that we're putting in there. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. So this was the scan from March after the sound bath.
Mhm.
And then we did one today.
Yes. So do you want to compare?
Let's do.
Okay. So here, let me put this one.
I can't floors me that you are doing fingertips and
I
you're
know.
getting that.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yeah. No, it's amazing. The technology is incredible. Let's compare.
Janice's drum roll.
So there you go. So this is Judy. This was back in March after the sound bath, and this was right before we started the podcast here today. And her energy, her joule was 61. Her time today is 44. We want them to be in the range between 40 and 60. And it makes sense that they're higher here after a sound bath. Then she's still in the average range, but it's higher on the higher end of that. So that's kind of what her energetic body looks like, and it's changed. So you can see there's some patterns here that are the red right here that we still want to bring awareness to and look at. Let's go to. I'm going to jump to. Oh, actually, I'm going to go back to this one. I'm going to do it. So this is her chakras as a comparison. So her alignment was 92% here on this day and 95% today. Yes. And you can see right there. And so with the chakras, we didn't get to go into it as much, but right here, we'll have to show you the other view. Do you mind if I show you the other view real quick?
Show us whatever you would like.
So, because it's a little more. Actually, I'm going to go back to the database real quick, and I'm going to show this because I want you to see the balance wheel. Okay. So this is from today, and I want to show her chakras right here. So this is right here, these white ones, is alignment. When we're in our alignment, our systems are working exactly as they should. And chakra just means wheel in Sanskrit. So this is we're talking about this quantum field. So they're rotating, they're shifting. So we want them to be here in this. And honestly, for purposes, I might make it. There you go. That's more like that's color coded like that. And also, I can show it as a nervous centers too, because they deal with your nerve pathways.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to show it that way. So hold on a second. I like showing it. Okay, so these are the different colored ones. So we want them to be, this is green right here. We want them to be in this green Okay, that's the optimal. So they're rotating around. So if we had more time, we would keep scanning her and we would see what patterns we notice with it. So this chakra is kind of rotating around here and here and here. And we want them to be in alignment right there. Now, what's really, really, really cool is we see two other things. The size is how many joules that are going into it. So we know how many joules are going to each of the chakras. And we also know if the chakra is being affected by our external world, our environment, would be more to the left, or if our internal world, what we're speaking to ourselves and how we view ourselves. So what we're looking at right here, I'm going to share some really cool things with Judy right here. You can see her third eye, I just hovered over it, is 99% aligned. So it doesn't get more aligned than that. So her third eye is completely aligned. And
Of course.
she has 3.4 joules going to that. And also, I want to point out her heart chakra is 99% aligned as well. So right here. So these two are her third eye and her heart chakra aligned, which is really, really high. But you can even see the other ones. Like she is really healthy. She has good movement. You can see right there. And what's neat with this, when we do this report, I can see that, but I can also, so I'm going to click on your root chakra right here. Mm-hmm. And I can click, and all this information I have as a practitioner, but I also can email it to you. So you can have, you'll get a 22-page report that has all this stuff in it so that you have a copy that you can share with any of your holistic doctors or holistic people that you work with. So if I clicked on her root chakra right here, okay, it's 88% alignment. She is 5.1 joules. Remember, we went the range between 4 and 6. So she is good. But when we talk about how the Bio-Well works, so with our chakras, it connects our physical, emotional, and spiritual. But with the Bio-Well, it captures more your emotional. So we're not going to look at the physical aspects, even though it is connected to that chakra. We're going to look at more of the emotional. Oh, yeah. No, manifestations. We're going to look more at the emotional. Let's see right here. Oh. The psychological, the psychological aspects, which is safety, patience, self-defense, struggle, all the things that are connected to our root chakra. We can go on a whole, we have a whole lot to say on chakras. So right there, with all of those right there. So you can see them with it. So that's where we can see it. So her root chakra right now, not that it's unbalanced or overactive. So when we say if it's really, really tiny, it's underactive. It's really, really big and bigger than these, and it's over 6, then it's overactive. But we can look right here, and her root chakra is actually being affected by her environment, her outside world. Okay. So a lot of times, like I see with like the heart chakra, I find that a lot of people, they'll be more toward this way, and they're like how they speak to themselves, about do they truly like love themselves, because that deals with like self-love and self, just really loving who you are authentically. Same with the solar plexus that deals with your worthiness, truly feeling your worthiness. So that's kind of to give you that. So if I go back to the comparison, so you can kind of see right there. So what your chakras look like with that. But look how this is crazy. So this is after a sound bath. So they're going to be large because they have more energy going into your body. But look how large they are. And remember, they're rotating. This is just a capture. This is a snapshot because the quantum field, things are always moving. So it's just a capture of it. But I must say, your third eye, that's pretty good. And even your throat chakra, speaking your truth, that's awesome. Yeah, they look really good.
Not too shabby. So, these are the things that Amy pointed out to me back in March. So it gave me the awareness to work on things, and I know back in March, there was a lot of external things in the world that I was allowing to get to me and affect me. And I've been working on that, and I can tell. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this is, so I'm going to talk right here next. So this tells us, this tab right here, your stress levels, your energy. So your stress is in the optimal range right here. We went between 2 and 3. So today's stress is actually a little bit lower than before. So you're not stressed out today, which is awesome. And your energy, as we talked before, was a lot higher from after the sound bath than today, but you're still in the optimal range. And the organs disbalance. So this deals with our parasympathetic and our sympathetic systems. So this deals with our parasympathetic, our sympathetic system, so our more fight or flight. So you can see where the energy is going in our system is being more affected by that the sympathetic system. And going through right here, I'm gonna keep. Here's our area diagram. So I'm actually gonna go over here. So I'm going to share with you. Wowzers. Okay, this is really cool. Okay, I want to point something out first before I do this graph. So this talks with your systems and your organs. So I'm looking down here, and this is super small, just see down there. There's a number. This is your energy reserve. So when we did this, your energy. So after the sound bath, your energy reserve is 94%, and today it's. It's 43%. So it went from 94%. So when we talk about our energy reserve, if you think about ourselves as like a cell phone, okay? And our energy reserve is the charge of our battery. And so we have this charge, and we wake up in the morning, and we have all these organs and systems that need energy to go to them to function. Ideally, we would be 100% charged, and all the energy can flow to every system and work accordingly as it could, and it would be a big, beautiful world. Now, it doesn't happen very often, but it can happen with 100%. I know a lot, when I do see it, it's after like an energy session. I know, like my husband Greg, sometimes after energy sessions, he'll be at 100% with it. And so this is showing us how much energy we have. That's going to all your organs so they can function. It's also directly correlated to your quality of sleep and how much sleep you're getting, and because your sleep affects how your systems work. So,
yeah, that tracks.
So you can see right there. So you right like today at this moment was 43%. So you have 43% in your energy reserve that's sending it to all your organs. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, I'm going to go back to this tab right up here to the area diagram. So looking at today is the purple, and if we look right here, I'm going to actually focus on that one today in the orange. So if you look at the purple one right here, so the spike outs, we want them to be green right here. Green is ideal. Mm-hmm. So I see a little bit spike out here at your blind gut. And what happens is when it spikes out in one area, that means that there's something going on in that area. So your body's sending more energy to that area to address it, to try to fix it on its own. And with that being said, there's other areas that are getting less energy because of that. Okay, so like your blind gut has more, but then I look right here, your coronary vein vessels are receiving less. So that's really important to take both things into consideration. I look over here, this is the right side, here's the left side. Looking right here, they really went down. But I mean, like, look at that. Like a lot of your, from last time, like your liver. So a liver is where if we, how we're eating and detoxing our bodies, our liver is the one that like, you'll see a lot of high spikes at, depending on what you're putting into your body. So like your liver really went down. It's like, that looks awesome.
See, I paid attention.
And even like your respiratory system, remember I was talking about your filtration? Look at that, that went down drastically too. So that looks really good. So, awesome. Yes. Have you done any detoxes or?
I haven't. I've just been much more conscious, and this might sound crazy, but we are energy people. Every morning I flood my entire body and system with white healing light, asking and inviting anything that is not of love to me.
Love that. Love it. Well, look right there.
It's working.
It's working.
It's working.
Yes.
Wow. Now it's funny because, this is the science behind the energy.
Well, yes.
This is the science proving all the woo-woo that has been dismissed.
Yes. Well, and it's interesting as like energy practitioners because we feel it. We know it. We can feel the chakras. We can feel everything that's going on. And even during the sessions, people are like, I can feel this and I can feel this. And this is just giving us visualization and data and just showing us, like giving us concrete evidence of what we know and what we feel and what people feel during an energy work experience, that this is what really is happening. So it's able to see, and it gives you the data that we all love here in our culture. We all love data. It's very data driven, as you all know.
Yes.
And so we can do that.
Yes.
Yes.
And the beautiful images as well. So, wow. Now, if someone wanted to have a session with you
Yes.
to have this done, how would they contact you?
So on my website, www.amypituch.com.
Mm-hmm.
So I have book a session. So I have different types of one. Like you can just get a Bio-Well scan. So I have people that come just to get the scan done because they're curious and they want to know what's happening with their energetic body.
Mm-hmm.
So I have like, it's called a snapshot, which is just like a one-time thing that you can see it. I also do what's called the panorama, where we take 3 or 4, and because of the quantum field and things are changing, so you would do a scan, wait 5 minutes, do a scan, wait 5 minutes, do another scan, and then we would look at patterns and see what's really happening in the quantum field for you. Or the third way we could do this is I do a scan, we do an energy work session, and then I do a scan afterwards. That takes 2 hours. That's probably my most popular one that I have people do. They're very curious of what's going on with that. One thing also that I wanted to show, go ahead.
Now, just to be clear, this can't be done distance. This has to be
it has to be done in person.
Okay.
One thing I also want to share with you, if you look at the chalk, here's your chalk, right? There's a little file right here. Oh, let's save it. So this little, it's what's really, really cool is they recorded 7 Tibetan bulls, and they made these files. And what they do is this system actually creates a custom meditation file on these meditation bowls that are 8 minutes that you can listen to help bring your chakras into alignment. So you can, I'm going to share. So so when you get the reports, I will email you the file that you can listen to. It's 8 minutes that you can listen to. Or if you're more into another technology that I have, you can come for a session, or you can add this onto your session. This is called BioCore, and basically it takes the file and turns it to binaural beats where you can listen to them and it'll adjust. So like this side might be 30 hertz and this side might be 50 hertz. So the 20 hertz is affecting your brain and the brain waves to bring yourself back into alignment naturally. Oh, wow. Yeah. So this is the BioCore. We could talk a lot about that too, but this is a cool little device. Takes the file that was custom created based off your chakra and your alignment for your system to bring your system back into alignment naturally. That's amazing.
Amy, you're located in Pennsylvania, right?
I'm located in Pennsylvania. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
And
Yes.
she's willing to fly anywhere you may want to fly her.
Yes.
Wow. I mean, there's so much more that we could dive into. Do you feel that you have given an accurate snapshot?
Yes. Would you like to see, Janice, do you think it'd be beneficial to see how to do a scan? Since you haven't seen,
Just a quick one?
Like a
Yeah.
Would you want to?
Yeah.
Would you want to do that real quick? Okay, so you might have to lift it up so they can see. So all she's going to do is put her finger, and we're just going to do the stress test. So I'm going to go back here, and here we go. Okay, we're going to do your left ring finger.
Oh.
I know the ring's tricky.
The ring is tricky.
Okay. You on? Okay.
Yep.
So there's the image. Okay, now do your right ring finger.
Okay.
Oh, I have to
go
redo
down.
that
Yep.
because it's a little high. Yep, you good?
Yep.
Go ahead.
There we go.
And can I do your right one more time?
The right one?
Yes.
Or the left one?
Sorry, the left one. Sorry, the left one. There we go.
Yep.
Okay, there you go. We want them to be similar in size.
Okay.
Okay, and then we just click analyze. Voila. So, let me see this. We got 1% right here.
Come on. Oh, no. It's on your screen.
I know. It's not loading with it.
There it is.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Okay, so just that 2 second right there, I can see what her stress levels are, that they're optimal, and what her energy is. So that's what's just taken just from that quick little snapshot. So that's something quick that like athletes can do to see how like their performance is, like how stress is affecting their bodies and that. If they want to do a quick little scan, they can just do something like that. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So that's kind of how you do it. You just put your fingers in the lovely machine, just like Judy did.
Amazing. Amazing.
Do you have any questions?
I'm floored. I can't believe this. This is just, and you might believe in it, but seeing it is even more believable. Makes it more, you can believe in it.
Absolutely.
Trust it.
If anybody has any questions, comments, we got to wrap it up. I'm sorry. We want to thank you for joining us, and we're going to have you back because there's so much more to share.
Thank you.
So thank you. Please always remember and never forget, Janice.
You're not alone.
And don't forget you're awesome. And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks so much.